Ini baca dulu apa mbaknya dulu? Sekarang. My name is Burhanuddin Ahmad. The title of my talk is Playing Around with Locus Load Testing Tools. I hereby agree to abide by the Pycon APAC Code of Conduct and consent to being recorded and streamed.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Python APAC 2024 first session. Host here at Nahdlatul Ulama University, Yogyakarta. My name is Amira and I will be your moderator for this session. Our speaker for today is Mr. Burhanuddin Ahmad, who will be presenting on playing around with locus load testing tools. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Burhanuddin Ahmad to take the stage. The time and place are yours.
Yeah, thank you to the moderator for moderating my session. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm super happy to be here. This is actually my first time attending Pycon and also speaking here. Yeah. So I will be speaking about playing around with locus. So I will try to demonstrate to you how easy is it to play with locus from installation to write our first script. So yeah, a little bit about my background. So currently I'm working as software engineer at Top Square. So we are a restaurant software as a service based in Singapore. And I'm also organizer in Surabaya JavaScript. So I'm actually outsider, but we are friends, right? Python and JavaScript. Yeah. So we're friends. No worries. So yeah, what is locus? So locus is a load testing tool that built in Python and also scripted in Python as well, and it will help you to simulate the real world user behavior on your application. And it's very easy, even if you are not Python expert or you never write Python in your life. It's very easy to get started to it. Like a little bit about my background. I usually now using Python. My day-to-day job is using Node.js as a backend developer, and I never use Python at all since I was in college, like around 6 or 5 years ago. Since the last time I write my Python. So until like 2 years ago, like my manager asked me to create a performance testing script, and when I go through the documentation of our company, and it turns out we are using Locus and Python, and I tried to get started with it, and it's very, very easy because Locus is a Python-based testing tool, and it's very easy. It also has a beautiful web interface built in, so you don't have to extend with any other plugin or library. So yeah, for installation, Locus also you can only use like one command to install Locus. Okay, before we go further, there is some basic thing that you need to know about before you use Locus. Like you need to know how to install the library in Python. So I don't expect you to install library in Python using npm or using another tools, right? So you need to use at least using pip. And in Python, the indentation matter. Yeah, I don't expect you to write Python with very random indentation. Like in the first line, you have 2 indentation. In the second line, 8 indentation. Like no, you have to understand that in Python, the indentation matter, and there is no curly bracket like in JavaScript or Java. And at least you need to understand the data type, like string, list, dictionary. In JavaScript myself, maybe the terminology is like array object, but in Python we I think we use different terminology like list, dictionary. I think this one we need to understand as well. And of course, using .py extension. Do not write Python code, but you're using .js or .php extension. It won't work. Okay, this is for best practices. When you are working with Python, like it's better to have like sandbox environment. So all of your dependency will be isolated inside of this virtual environment, and this will avoid any conflict with your global package. So your project or local package will be well isolated, and at the end, it's very easy to clean it up later on. Okay, this is how we install a library, the locus. Only just using this one line of command, we can get our locus, and we are good to go with our load testing. This is very simple script that we can use. If you have worked with like front end or service to service, maybe you already know like how to call different REST API, how to use get method or how to use post method, how to pass the payload, the data payload. I think this is very easy, and this is also just using this locus and then -f and then the file name. We can have our load testing run. This is the example of the interface. Okay. Why locus rock? Because it's very easy for beginner. Even I see like for non-Python developer, this will be very easy, and it also flexible. Can test multiple scenario. Like if you have REST API, or maybe you have RPC, or I would say like a WebSocket. I think they also have, and it comes with built-in interface, and then also they have open source community for extension. It's called Locus plugin. So they have a lot of library that you can use for the extension. And then I will try to show you a little bit of the demo about Locus. So before that, we need to install a virtual environment. So I have deleted my virtual environment before. So here I'm just gonna copy paste the script. Actually, I don't remember the script because I don't remember anything about script. As long as we can just Google it, we can never remember it. Just Google it. Okay, we just then we can activate our virtual environment. Or if you use VS Code, you can choose right here. And then, okay, after we activate our virtual environment, we can just install with this one command. Should be very quick. Okay, all right. This is the example of our test. Sorry, this one. Okay, it's a very simple code. Like we are testing the root path of our project. Although this is not really important to test the root path, right? No one will test it. Okay, before that, I need to run my application first. Okay, then we can go to the directory, locus -f, and we can choose which testing script we want to run. For example, this part. Okay. After that, we will get this address that we can access the locus interface. You can just copy paste and see here. And then we can just type the base URL. Oh, sorry, localhost. There is another option like how long our test will run. We can fill it or we can leave it empty. If we leave it empty, so our test will run forever. So if we're not stopping the test, I think it will run forever until the server down. The number of user, like how many user do you want to simulate to hit your application, and then the ramp up like gradual. The user will gradually increase. Let's say you set the number of user is 100, and you obviously don't want like in the first second all 100 user will hit your application directly, right? You can use the ramp up like I want from 100 user, I want every second it will increase by one user gradually, so it will look more like real use case. Maybe I will use like 10. Why fail? Okay. Okay, from here we can see like the chart. We will like how many requests per second we can get from our API, and the response time, the number of user, and for every second, like we will see the user gradually increase. If there's any failure, we will see here actually. And I've created the script on my GitHub. We can check this more for this one because we have very limited time. Another thing I want to show you okay. From the first example, we are testing our root path which don't have any protection, like the authentication. But here, the example where we will test our protected page, where we need to pass the access token to our endpoint. So in the logbook, they have like a lifecycle method. It's called onStart, and this method will be called for once when we run our test. And you can see here this method, like they have a task decorator. This means that this is the method that we will test, and this will run like multiple times along the test when the test running. So basically, when we hit the start here, new and then start, it basically will execute this method for one time to generate the token, and then the token will be passed to this method, and this method will be run for multiple times, like as we want, like how many times, how many requests that we want to run this test. Yeah, I think this is very basic thing that if you have worked with front end development or working with server to server REST API, you must already understand like how to use this get method or post method, how you will pass the header, the data, and so on. Like this is example for the post method I've created here, like how you will pass the data, the header, and so on. All right, I think this is the last of my presentation because we have very limited time. And yeah, thank you. This is the slide if you want to take a photo. Thank you for having me and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burhanuddin Ahmad, for your insightful presentation. And a big thanks to everyone. I hope you have a good day for next session. Thank you.